Okay. I believe we're good. Damn you. Damn you, my mod. Damn you. I just want to live through the stream. That's it. That is my only goal. I tried to stream the Fontaine Archon quest twice tonight. And my streaming software acted like an absolute douchebag to me. And I was about to quit, but I'm going to get this out tonight. That is my goal. I probably will have a shitty sleep schedule. But, who cares? Yeah, that's what it's all about. Good night. Yes. Please. No. No, Genshin. No, you piece of shit. Maybe? Maybe? Maybe it'll work? Let's go. Choosing work. Gave me the yellow ring of death, which I do not like.
The first time we came here.
Paimon sounds different.
Oh, Paimon remembers. Nahita's consciousness had been trapped by the doctor, but we followed the clues she left behind to help her.
Good memory, Paimon. I guess we may have stumbled upon this place at some point before.
So much time has already passed since then, and it seems Sumeru's changing for the better now that Nahita's in charge, right? Paimon just hopes this peace will last a long time.
Why?
Nahita won't have any more new problems to deal with.
Come on. Bring me back to the fucking game, you bitch. Sunny, it's literally nighttime. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, guess you're right. We somehow always find ourselves right in the thick of it. Who knows what will happen next? Come to think of it, maybe it's all because of you. Maybe you're just a magnet for trouble.
I was just thinking that you might be the problem, Paimon.
Me? Before Paimon ran into you, Paimon never ran into any trouble. At most, when she was super tired, Paimon got caught in some strange whirlpool and sucked out into sea. And even then, you fished Paimon out.
Did she get a new voice actress? This does not sound like Karina, bro. Like, did they switch her out? Did they switch them out, bro? To be fair, her old voice was annoying. I don't like this voice. It's either she recorded this with like a horrible sniffle, or they just straight up replaced her with like Nahida's voice actress.
Anyway, for Nahida's sake, maybe we should think about heading to our next destination for now.
Next stop, Fontaine.
Ah, look who it is. Running into you in a place
There.
like this. I can see you two still love wandering around.
What is it?
Since when are we just wandering around? We're usually taking care of some serious business. Even though it may have nothing to do with our journey. But never mind that. What brings you here?
Paimon sounds about as sick
I just
as a
finished a
dog.
commission in the desert for a usual client of mine. Nothing too interesting. Just escorting a shipment of goods. I'm on my way to report back. That's when I saw you two all the way over there, chatting away. What were you two talking about anyway?
We're preparing to leave Sumeru and head to Fontaine.
Huh? You serious? Can't say I saw that coming. But you are travelers after all. I guess you'd never stay for too long in one place. Bumping into you like this will become a rarity. I'm starting to feel sad just thinking about it. Hey, how about I gather a few mercs to escort you two? What do you say?
Thanks, but no need. Oh, Paimon had no clue you'd miss us so much. But don't worry, we'll come back to see everyone when we get a chance.
Sounds good. All you need to do to get to Fontaine is cross this stretch of desert and navigate some waterways. Knowing you two, I'm sure it won't be anything you can't handle. So, when are you leaving?
We'll leave as soon as we finish a few more preparations.
Wait a sec. Paimon just remembered there are still a few dishes in Sumeru that Paimon hasn't tried yet. Now, where's that list Paimon made?
This guy's gonna be a piece of shit. You can tell.
I see. Guess you won't be needing a going away party or anything. It's sad enough to see you go like this. Though, now that I think about it, Sumeru wouldn't be what it is today without you. Seems true heroes always prefer leaving quietly.
By the way, should we go say bye to Nahida?
She'll know from her dreams.
Good point. Then there's no need to bother her in the real world.
Then, I guess this is goodbye for now, Traveler and Paimon. Whether as a client or a friend, you're always welcome to come find me.
Take care. Bye, Dia.
Goodbye, Dia. Bye-bye, Sumeru.
I'm not gonna lie. I was kind of shocked to see Dia. I've not heard any of the Fontaine music yet. Because I straight up had my music turned off because I was watching Digimon. And no, I will not watch it on stream because I like having a YouTube channel and I absolutely hate XQC for what he does. So I'm not going to be a hypocrite in that regard. Okay, I'm scared that my game was freezing up. Reconnect. I like Lenny. I actually went on that ship and already collected the Hydroculus. So here we go to explore Fontaine. Hopefully this is the second time of me coming in here. But I actually did not explore the ship, so yeah. 15,000 more. Good day. There has to be a chest on here, dude. They put this much time modeling this ship, putting it in game, and not putting a chest on it. It looks nice though, but still, I'm very sad. There was only 15,000 more. That was it. I think I've explored any ship of worthiness here.
After crossing all that sand and water, we finally made it! Oh, this must be Fontaine's port! Wow! Everything looks so advanced in Fontaine! Paimon's heard that the industry here is extremely developed, and there are all kinds of unusual machines!
So I heard it's about what I imagined. It's even more impressive than I expected. I'm not gonna lie. From what I've seen from Fontaine, it looks like Bellabog from HSR. Like, straight up. I thought that they wouldn't go with that.
Just seeing the sights as a tourist is nice, but maybe it would be better if we found something to do. What do you think?
Start by meeting the Hydro Archon.
Good idea. Nahida gave us...
No! You're not pulling this shit with the taskbar, bro. I'm so fucking ticked. Now the taskbar is gonna be down there all stream.
Crossing all that sand and water, we finally made it. Oh, this must be... Wow. Everything looks so advanced in Fontaine. Just seeing the sights as a tourist is nice, but maybe...
Ugh, it looks so fucking wrong, dude.
Good idea.
I hate...
Taking out the 7 is probably still our best source. Yeah, the more we can learn, the better.
I just... OBS isn't fucking disconnecting. There we go. Now it's fixed.
So, what do you think? To
There.
learn about a nation's god, start with the nation's people. There seems to be some locals talking over there. Let's go see if we can join the party.
My goal is to finish this Archon quest tonight. Which hopefully is not nearly as long as Sumeru's.
If you ask me, it's a tragedy how things ended for him. Clearly, he was a pretty decent person.
Yeah, I didn't expect that kind of ending for him. I thought he would at least fight on a little longer for his family. I was expecting a sudden plot twist, but it's a pity that it never happened. Still, his story is quite the tearjerker.
Damn, they're talking about this dude's...
Excuse me. Can I help you too? I couldn't help but notice you standing here listening.
Lynette!
Hi! We're travelers new to Fontaine, and we had something we wanted to ask, but you seem to be really busy talking about some kind of play, so we didn't want to interrupt.
Play? Oh, no. We're talking about something that really happened. In fact, it's a case that was just heard a few days ago.
Really? Like, a real trial? But the way you were talking about it and the words you used just now made it sound like some kind of story.
Well, good tales are often based on true stories, aren't they?
She is not wrong,
Reality
and that's a
may
very
also be
dapper
someone
hat.
deliberately putting on an act while harboring ulterior motives. Whether something is true or not simply isn't that important. The main thing is whether the story being acted out on the stage is splendid enough. Oh, but it looks like you're not from around here. You probably don't know that the Fontaine Court of Justice is called the Opera Epiclese, or more commonly known as just the Opera House.
So they see trials as a sort of opera? Oh my god.
But, shouldn't court cases be treated a little more seriously than that? Not to question Fontaine's way of doing things, it's just that putting someone on trial is usually a very serious thing.
No worries. Other visitors to Fontaine have wondered the same thing. You could say that we just don't want to waste the moving stories behind those cases. And as for your worries about whether the cases are treated with due reverence, we have the absolutely just and honorable Chief Justice Neuvillette, as well as the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal, a machine created by the Archon.
I'm just gonna call it the
Machine and
Oratrice.
Chief Justice. False charges and injustice are a thing of the past now.
So this is the nation of justice. It's more like the nation of justice in heavy quotes, and that is actually just trials that act more like legal melodramas. So the nation of legal melodrama, let's go!
Oratrice? Is it some kind of machine too?
Oratrice,
Oh, I'm
Oratrice.
curious. We should check it out if we get the chance. Wait, I almost forgot to ask you a question. Do you know what we should do if we want to meet the Hydro Archon?
Oh, that's easy. Just go to the Opera House. Lady Farina practically lives there. You could definitely say it's her biggest passion.
I think what they mean is that they wish to speak with the Archon personally.
Oh my god. I just came to the conclusion. Focalor, Lady Farina, right? She's a theater kid. Hear me out. She treats legal trials, right? She treats them like plays. She watches them. She's a theater kid. Like, low key. She is 110% a theater kid. She is a theater kid. That is my headcanon. If there was a Genshin Impact High School AU, she would be part of the theater kid club. Trust me, she would be a theater kid. This is coming from a theater kid. She is a theater kid. She has the melodramaticness of it. She literally has... She's probably on the more batty side, but still. Like, straight up, she is a person that I would find at my ITS club, bro. Like, straight up.
In that case, I'm afraid it's going to be a tad more difficult. You'll have to make an appointment well in advance, and it'll depend on whether or not she has any time slots available.
Make an appointment? Actually, I'm not gonna lie. If we think about it, this is probably the easiest way to talk to any of the Archons. Venti made a Vegas fuck. Zhongli straight up, like, staged a suicide. Staged a deicide. The Raiden wanted us dead. And Nahida was straight up sealed away. This is like the easiest way to actually get in touch with an Archon. And it actually makes sense. the Archon is their respective leader of their region, and it kind of makes sense that you would need to make an appointment and whether time slots are available. This is actually really...
Huh. Is the Hydro Archon super busy taking care of official stuff? Wait, didn't you say that she's always at the Opera House?
No. Lady Farina seldom takes an interest with the nation's affairs. The reason it's difficult to make an appointment is simply because she's incredibly popular.
That's right. After all, she is the Archon. Though she may tend to get a little dramatic from time to time, people can't get enough of her.
Huh. First time Paimon's ever heard of an Archon being described that way before.
I'm not gonna lie.
Wait! Paimon gets now! The Hydro Archon is kinda like a big celebrity here, right?
Just keeping my eye on the stream to make sure it's running smoothly.
Yeah, I suppose you could say that. Perhaps you could even say our mascot.
Hang on. This is still Fontaine's Archon you're talking about. You should show some more respect.
Yes, you're right. I guess I should at least try to be a little more respectful in front of visitors. Otherwise, I might get arrested and find myself face to face with Monsieur Neuvillette.
Come on. Sure, there's a lot of laws here, but nobody's going to be arrested for saying something disrespectful about the Hydro Archon.
Yeah. It's now my personal headcanon that the Hydro Archon is a theater kid. She is a fucking theater kid, dude. She is a theater kid. Oh my god.
Alright, I think we get it. Thank you! At least we now know that we can find the Hydro Archon at the Opera House. But
Waifu
who knows
detected.
how long making an appointment will take? Guess we could have a look around the city in the meantime. Hey! What are you looking over there for?
She's been standing alone for quite some time.
Huh. Maybe something's the matter. She isn't going to jump into the water, is she?
Of course, Paimon
Maybe we
is-
better go check on her.
They just... I'm not gonna lie. That was so fucking ham-fisted. Oh man, guys, we literally came up with a very good, solid story, but we need to find a way to actually have the Traveler interact with Lynette. Have Paimon worry about, Lynette being suicidal. Or something like that.
Hey, how about we get some tickets to the next trial?
Tickets!
I think we'd better wait and see what kind of case it is first.
Bro. Oh my goodness, dude. This nation is backwards. They are goofy. Major goofballs.
Hello there. Excuse me. Are you alright?
Huh? I'm fine. Thanks.
Oh, okay then. We just noticed that you seem to be worried about something.
About many things, actually. But there's nothing I can do but just keep my troubles to myself. I was just reminiscing about a place my brother and I would play when we were kids. It was just atop that hill over there. See?
You're pointing at the sea. Wait, are you saying that you and your brother lived in the water?
Maybe they're mermaids.
When people call the waters around Fontaine a sea, it's actually just an inland lake that's filled with fresh water. And though I can still see that hill clearly in my memories, now it's been completely submerged. He would skip and jump, tossing sand in the wind. The sun shone brightly, and the air was filled with the scent of the sea. But now, the water is gradually swallowing our memories. It won't be long before it swallows us.
Sorry. you mean.
I don't believe we've had the pleasure of meeting. Are you Lynette's new friends?
Oh, and you are?
Thanks for looking after my sister. She often comes here to reminisce about our childhood, that's all. There's no need for any concern. Oh, allow me to introduce myself. I'm Linny, and this is my sister Lynette. If I had to guess, I'd say you must be travelers from abroad.
Nice to meet you. Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler.
Paimon is
Fountain
Paimon.
of Fontaine. We were just talking with your sister. Even though we didn't really get what she was saying.
I see. It's
Usual
unusual
for
for Lynette to be so willing to talk with anyone. In fact, she seldom speaks at all. I'm usually the only one she ever talks to.
Oh, really? Then you two are just like us. Paimon's always the one talking for some reason.
Why did that make me laugh? There's hardly anything left for me to say with you around Paimon. Because you always steal my lines.
So that's how you think it is?
I also think my brother can be too talkative at times.
Seems you were right, Paimon. We are quite
Lynette and Trevor are a match in heaven.
So, what did Lynette mean just now when she said that the water is engulfing your memories? And that it won't be long before it engulfs you too?
Oh, that. It's from a prophecy that's been circulating in Fontaine for some time now. Well, I suppose prophecy isn't exactly the right word, because that implies a certain amount of uncertainty. There's no doubt about what's happening in Fontaine now.
Oh, what's happening in Fontaine?
Where to begin? Let's put that question on hold for a moment. We still haven't formally greeted each other yet, have we?
Did all the introductions earlier not count?
Apparently
Hello,
not.
traveler.
The name's Trevor, but okay. Hello, Lenny. It's a pleasure to meet you.
And hello, Paimon.
Hey! Why didn't Paimon get a handshake? You're not poking fun at Paimon, are you?
Please, don't take offense. Just consider it a sort of etiquette we have here in Fontaine when making new friends. You should remember it. It might prove useful.
Oh, alright then.
I can only see Lenny villainously scheming in the background.
By the way, we were just getting ready to go to the Opera House to meet the Hydro Archon. Would you be able to show us the way?
So you're going to see Lady Farina? No problem at all. In fact, I was planning to go to the Opera House later myself. I'll gladly take you once I finish things here. Please, follow me.
Oh, crap. Lynette just looks like she wants out of here, bro.
You said you were going to see Lady Farina? Well, it seems Lady Farina has come to see you.
What? This is a first. Oh, it's the Electro Lady with the gun. Holy shit, we normally only get to see the Archon in like the second act. They should make it to where she is the only Archon that does this.
Huh. So, she's the Hydro Archon? But how did she know we were looking for her?
My dear people, rich and poor, those with cup in hand and those with nothing at all. Raise your glasses in
You can tell by her voice,
If you
bro.
don't have one, then just raise your hand anew.
She is a theater kid. She is a theater kid, bro.
As you can all see, two unfamiliar travelers have
Holy
arrived.
damn, her eyes are weird.
Come, let us make a toast in honor of this traveler and his companion who have journeyed here from distant lands.
To be fair, the traveler is pretty famous, so...
Is she talking about us?
Apparently! Oh my goodness, I read that as no connection. That scared the shit out of me.
I've long heard of the turmoil and chaos you left in your wake as you visited other nations. But I welcome you nevertheless. No, I have come to receive you personally.
She reminds me of
Is
Weiss.
for
Her design.
insignificant cowards. I am a god, and I will never entertain the notion of such meaningless wariness. You can be rest assured, I see clearly your sincerity. Of course, seeking an audience with me is the most sensible thing to do.
She is so
Allow me to
fucking
truly
narcissistic.
behold my power and witness my authority. Intelligent people always gather under the
Correct banner.
I,
Fosalos,
hereby
I welcome you to the nation of Hydro and acknowledge the value and significance of your trip. Now you may enjoy in this. Bro, she is so fucking narcissistic, dude. She is so fucking prideful. Holy shit. Well, finding the Archon was easy enough. Bro, we had to wait till like the second act for all the other ones.
Yeah. Paimon still can't believe it. Feels like we've only been here for a few minutes. But the Hydro Archon's entrance was, how should Paimon describe it? A little over the top? Miss Hydro Archon? How did you know we were coming?
That's actually a very good question.
I see. As Outlanders, you inevitably lack even some of the most basic understanding. Don't forget that even the gods can be divided into the mediocre and the excellent. I suppose it's only natural for you to be awestruck by my abilities. You had best stop and
Oh, the
have the
brattiness.
noble qualities and etiquette necessary to communicate with a god. All it takes is a flick of my finger for me to know.
Oh, it's
everything
this
about
guy.
you.
It was the
Talk
blondie.
about sounding high and mighty.
Feels like she can't get over herself. I actually met a person like this, IRL. I shared a class with them last year. I share a class with them again. They're not that bad, because I don't interact with them that much. But like, yeah, Paimon, I can understand you. She is. Oh.
Oh, what's with these looks? Perhaps the welcoming ceremony still isn't enough? What else should I say then?
Is she waiting for us to start talking?
Wow, I didn't expect to see Lady Farina here. What a surprise! Wait, does this mean they're the legendary blonde traveler? How did I not notice before?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie,
What's all
lady.
the commotion? Oh, is that Lady Farina? Is there some kind of drama going on?
Of course. That's the blonde traveler. The one all those stories are about. Lady Farina came here to personally see him. Oh, I bet this is gonna be the duel of the century.
I would beat her ass.
Got to see this. I knew Lady Farina would never disappoint.
She can't beat me in a sword fight, dude.
Yes, but don't get too excited now. My dear believers and spectators alike tend to get quite rowdy, and despite the noise, I've come to tolerate all their ruckus.
She is so fucking into herself, dude. She is stroking her
Consider this
non-existent
my reward
meat.
to all of you. I have determined that there will be an epic duel between myself and this traveler from another land, just as you were hoping to see.
But what?
Now she wants to fight? Aren't we getting a little ahead of ourselves?
Fighting gods! I got a resume! I can't not choose this, dude. It's true. We fought with the Raiden Shogun 3 times in a row. Technically 4. So, if you want to bring it on, bring it on. Like, not that kind of duel. I think you need to clarify by duel, Farina.
Are you not afraid? Might I remind you that this is a duel against the divine?
What are you trying to do, traveler? Provoking a god in front of her people?
We're just a tad jumpy.
Stand down, Clorend. I admire his bravery. Few have the courage to draw their sword against a god. He is obviously a true warrior.
Okay, you clearly have not heard of my stories, young lady. Because, Inazuma was hell. So...
Unfortunately, people nowadays only crave to be thrilled, and a mere duel will not slake their thirst for excitement.
Huh. Yeah, she's right. Just a duel wouldn't be all that interesting.
On Aranias, criminals are always requesting duels to defend their honor. I'm getting a bit old, to tell the truth.
You see, then as the god of justice, I shall face this traveler in another kind of duel. A duel.
He has fought the Raiden Shogun. To be fair, he barely beaten her, and he needed the motherfucker. I'm not going through that cutscene again. I am not going through that cutscene again. I am not. No. No.
You said you were going to see Lady Farina.
Clorin. That's her name. The electro mommy with the gun. If you cannot hear my spacebar.
So, my dear people, rich and poor, those with cup in hand and those with nothing at all, raise your glasses in celebration. If you don't have one.
The voice acting is
You can all
amazing.
see, 2 unfamiliar travelers have arrived in our nation. Come, let us make a toast in honor of this traveler and his companion who have journeyed here from distant lands.
Is she talking about us?
I've long heard of the turmoil and chaos you left in your wake as you visited other nations. Fear is for
She is so full of herself.
cowards. Of course, seeking an I, Fosalor, hereby welcome you.
Yeah. Paimon still can't believe, but the Hydron... Miss Hydron?
I see. As
A
Outlanders,
duel in
you
call.
definitely lack even some of the most basic understanding. You had best.
Oh. Talk about...
She is a fucking brat.
Wow, I didn't expect to see like. Wait, does this mean?
Hey, what's all the commotion?
Of course.
Ooh, I've got...
You may consider that.
Now she wants to fight? Aren't we getting a little ahead of ourselves?
Bring it on. Fighting gods. I have a resume. Here it is. Look at the funerary mask.
What are you trying to do, traveler? Provoking a god.
I would beat your ass, Corin.
Down.
Shut up.
Yeah.
On Aranias, criminal.
You see.
All right. Now that'll be worth seeing.
Right. This is Fontaine, after all. Such a grand opera house. It would be a pity not to use it.
Why do you care so much about the crowd's reactions? Seems you've spent a little too much time in the opera house.
She is a theater kid.
Besides, how exactly do you plan to have a duel in court? You mean you're going to put us on trial?
And we haven't committed any crimes. Okay. I'm gonna actually... Okay. So you hear the Traveler out. He literally just entered into this nation. He was walking with like two people that he just met. And then Fiorina comes up, talking mean shit. He doesn't know that it's actually like a threat to his personal well-being. So he pulls out his arm, his sword, which is conceal and carry. We don't know about Fontaine's conceal and carry laws. But, you know Clarin, right? She literally carries a gun, and she is a sword user as well. And since we don't really see her carrying her sword or gun on her, to be fair, she is a legal officer. But Linny and Lynette are sword and bow users. So, that means that they... Why am I getting into a legal debate with this? I'm not even a lawyer. So, do not take any of this as legal advice, because you'd be taking legal advice from a high schooler. But, anyways. She technically could try and sue them for a threat to her life. Or, like, a threat. Because he pulled out his sword. But at the same time, the Traveler's lawyers could pull out the counter argument that Fiorina was making threats. She wasn't making them clear on whether they were threats or not, and therefore the Traveler, not knowing whether they were true threats or not to his personal well-being, pulled out his sword, therefore making him innocent.
Oh, we have reason to put you on trial. It's obvious, isn't it?
Are you gonna try and put me on trial for the shit that I've done in other regions? I literally entered into Inazuma. It was pure chaos. It was a shut-in. I pried it back open, gave the Archon some therapy, and allowed the Archon to move past her transgressions. I've saved Sumeru from academic corruption. I saved Liwa from being crushed by a tsunami. I have saved Mondstadt from storm terror. What are you gonna put me on crime for? For me threatening you with your sword, with my tiny Witu sword, and you being an absolute bitch about it? Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh. And I literally just broke down my entire argument about why the Traveler would technically be innocent. Unless you pull some weird bullshit. So, yeah, it's sort of left eye, I think.
According to Fontaine law, no one is permitted to release any flying objects within Fontaine city limits during the first 3 days of each month. You are clearly guilty of violating this law, no?
Paimon!
Oh, so that's what they've done wrong. That's our Lady Fiorina. No one knows the laws of Fontaine like she does.
What? Paimon doesn't count! Like, you can technically... If Fiorina were to say, dude, you literally brought out your sword on me, and that could technically be counted as a threat to my own personal well-being, then she would have an argument. Not some weird-ass bullshit. That law is about as stupid as, like, some of Singapore's laws. I can't think of one right now. The closest thing I can think of is, like, the legal bubble gum. Which actually makes sense. Why do they want that?
You call that obvious? What kind of law is that? Wait, flying object? You mean Paimon?
Paimon isn't an object. She is a living being.
Precisely. Now, if you two have no objections, then in the name of the Hydro Archon, I order your arrest.
You're a bitch, Farina. You're such a fucking bitch. You can go suck Nuvalet's cock. And your head game is probably ass. You're probably not even close to even a... Why am I saying this shit?
My apologies, Lady Farina. I don't mean to spoil the fun, but if you would allow me to interject, I don't think that Paimon here meets the definition of a flying object.
My boy Lenny is coming in with a legal defense, bro. Let's go, Lenny. Let's flub and go.
You tell her, Lenny. Finally, someone who's not
Not crazy.
How could anyone call Paimon a flying object?
Pixie person, yeah. White fairy, yeah. Moon person, yeah. A fallen moon sister, yeah. But flying object, bro. Emergency food makes more damn sense, bro. Emergency food, which is what Paimon truly is. But
Great magician Linny, my beloved citizen. I'll permit you to object. But how exactly do you plan to prove your claim?
what is your beef with Paimon, bro? What did Paimon do to you? Did Paimon just come out of the sea like a year before the game starts and like spit on you? Are you the reason why Paimon was underneath the water? Are you the reason, Fiorina?
As a magician who just rained on your parade, I naturally should shoulder the responsibility of saving the show. So, with such an audience gathered here, allow me to perform a trick for everyone.
What?
Ta-da! What's that on Paimon's back? Hey, when did you do that?
And Lenny patted you on the back. That was a pat on the back? It looked more like a slap on the ass.
There. As you can all clearly see, Paimon should be classified as, well, something like a balloon. This rope has been in the Traveler's hand all along. It was just that no one could see it before.
Huh? You call that magic? You've got to be joking.
I thought it was pretty good. Nice one.
Huh. I'm not sure what to think. It seems Lady Farina's charges no longer hold water.
That was... Damn. You can still go with the threat to your personal well-being, ma'am.
Amusing. Very amusing, Linny. Just the sort of unexpected twist that I enjoy. With you here, today's performance can finally be called complete.
Performance? You see all this as a performance?
In which case, consider the matter of your trial resolved. The god of justice will not bring charges against an innocent person. But when there are valid grounds, I will not only judge travelers from abroad, but even the gods of other lands.
Don't mention it. I just happened to remember that there was such a law, so I did a little preparation, just in case. I didn't think it would actually come in handy. So, now do you see what kind of god Lady Farina is?
She can be a bit confusing at times, but she is still amenable to reason.
Anyway, Paimon had no idea you were a magician, Lenny. It sounded like you'll be performing at the Opera House, right?
I just know a few simple tricks I use to make a living. Lynette is my assistant. It will actually be my first time performing on the most prestigious stage in Fontaine, the Opera House.
But isn't the Opera House where criminal trials are held in Fontaine?
When there are no public trials being held, the Opera House hosts a variety of other performances. To the people of Fontaine, the line between a trial and a performance can be a little blurred. And speaking of performances, I would be remiss to forego this opportunity gifted by fate. Might I invite the two of you to see my performance?
My brother's always excited to make new friends.
Oh, sure. We don't really have anything to do now, and we wanted to go to the Opera House anyway.
I would be delighted.
Splendid. In that case, why don't we go together?
Splendid.
Either way, I just have something to take care of first.
Is there any way I can help?
You really mean it? Then I'll take you up on your offer. This is a magical item known as a magic pocket. Perhaps you can help me distribute them to the people here.
It's a bag. I have one on my person.
Huh? What are they going to use it for?
About that. You asked me before about the prophecy, right?
I'll be right
Let me
back.
start by telling you a little more about what it entails. I'm not sure exactly when it began, but a prophecy has been circulating around Fontaine. It says that every person in Fontaine is born with sin. No matter how the nation of justice holds trial after trial, this sin cannot be absolved. Until one day, the water levels in Fontaine will rise, and the sinful people will slowly be drowned. In the end, the people will all be dissolved into the waters, and only the Hydro Archon will remain, weeping on her throne. Only then will the sins of the people of Fontaine be washed away.
That sounds pretty gloomy. Why are people in Fontaine born with sin? What is that supposed to mean?
There are lots of guesses. Some say that the ancestors of Fontaine stole the power of the seas and stirred its wrath. Others say that the people of Fontaine never heeded the first Hydro Archon's warnings and offended Celestia. But here in Fontaine, evidence is what matters. There hasn't been concrete evidence for any of these claims, so they can only be regarded as conjecture.
If even the people in Fontaine don't know what sin they committed, wouldn't it be better just to ignore the prophecy completely? Why bother feeling guilty all the time?
That's exactly what the people did at first. But in the last few years, the water levels in Fontaine have actually started rising.
Many places have already been completely submerged, and now lie beneath the sea.
Many people carry on with their lives as before and shrug it off as a natural phenomenon. But my family and I think that the people of Fontaine shouldn't ignore the possibility, which would end up sentencing them to death. We hope that at least the people who reside near the waterfront can move away before it's too late. So, we've started distributing magic pockets to them. As a magical item, these magic pockets have astonishing capacity. I'm sure they will come in handy when people are moving their belongings.
Oh, Paimon gets it! It's like preparing for a rainy day! But this is more than a bit of rain.
Crazy. The prophecy is true.
Perhaps only absolute power could ever contend with such a catastrophe. But who knows? We're just tiny specks in the grand scheme of things. Now, if you'd like to help, then please give these magic pockets to anyone nearby. Be sure to convince them to take it, regardless of what they say.
What's this? So you also believe in the prophecy. Keep it. I won't have any use for it.
What? You mean you don't believe in the prophecy?
No, I believe in the prophecy. But I also believe in another story. The story says that people once lived in the ocean. They were one with the ocean and couldn't live apart from it. But as time wore on, people desired to live on land and developed blood vessels, encapsulating the sea within their bodies. Thus could people set foot on land. So, if you ask me, when the water rises and takes us all, it'll be like we're going home.
Oh, we hadn't heard that one before. But people can't live underwater. They'll die. You should probably still take it.
All right, I'll take it. I guess I just feel that being dissolved into the water doesn't necessarily mean death.
So you're the blonde traveler that everyone's been talking about. My apologies for not recognizing you earlier. Oh, a magic pocket? Seems you really thought of everything. I guess it's better to prepare for the worst and hope for the best. Thanks. Please, also thank the magician on my behalf when you get the chance.
I don't want that thing. Way I see it, if the prophecy's true, it's still gonna be a long time before the water can cover
We just hit the hour mark, baby.
Life is all about living in the moment. What use is there in worrying about the future all the time? We'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
You should still take it. You never know when it'll come in handy.
True.
Oh, all right, fine. Thanks. It's just that if I start moving, that means I've already given up on the life I have now. I'd really rather not.
So, a person who doesn't want to give up on life yet. A dude who thinks being dissolved in the water doesn't mean death, and...
You already handed out all of the magic pockets? That was fast. So, what did people have to say? I bet you heard some, interesting opinions.
And you're quite stubborn.
Yes, but that will change once disaster strikes. I know they'll change their minds, so it's only right to help them prepare.
Is there anything else you need to do before we leave?
Yes, one last thing. I have the magic pockets made by a workshop in the court of Fontaine. Since we're out and about, I was thinking about bringing him some more materials.
So, you want to collect materials? Just tell us what the materials look like and we'll help. Many hands make light work.
Oh, that would be much appreciated. We'll need some Romaritime flowers. I remember seeing them near the waterfront on the east side of the harbor. You made quick work of that. I can tell you're an experienced traveler. I've also finished collecting a few here. Maybe next time you'll feel like helping too, Lynette.
No way. I'm in power-saving mode today. Otherwise, I fear I may not have any energy left for the performance at the Opera House.
Fine. Though the performance is still a long way off.
Lynette reminds me of my
My
younger
we should get
brother.
ready to head back to the Court of
older,
Fontaine.
Younger.
So, we're going to the Court of Fontaine before we head to the Opera House? Good. Paimon wants a tour of Fontaine's largest city and try...
Wait, shh. Have you noticed that person over there? The young girl.
Huh? What's wrong with her? Paimon didn't notice anything.
She's obviously a thief. Magicians and thieves practice similar methods. We divert attention, and a distracted audience is one that won't discover what you're really doing. Watch her movements carefully.
The animation looks way nicer.
Oh, he's right!
Shh, keep your voice down. We need to think of a way to catch her, but it seems she's very alert. Perhaps we should split up.
I am the master.
You can ride the lift over there and wait up top. I bet that'll be her escape route if she tries to run.
Leave it to me.
All right, let's go.
Okay, we get to catch a thief. Ooh. The reason why I use it, even though it's barely faster, I just like it. It's fun. I like the animation.
Over here!
Didn't even feel like we were moving. Oh, my life feet.
This is the spot where Lenny wanted us to wait. Oh, look! Nothing's happened for a while now. Paimon wonders if Lenny caught the thief. This is the spot where Lenny wanted us to wait. Oh, look! Isn't that her? Oh no! Did she notice us? What should we do? Should we chase her? You're right. She might also be trying to lure us away. Nothing's happened for a while now. Paimon wonders if Lenny caught the thief. Yeah, let's go.
Are you sure that's all she took? You should check to make sure you're not missing anything else.
No, that was all. Oh, I can't thank you enough. I didn't notice a thing earlier. Anyway, I should be going now. Thanks again.
Oh, were you returning what the thief had stolen?
That's right. Pity I wasn't able to catch her. She distracted me by dropping the thing she stole on the ground. By the time I looked back, she was already gone.
I saw the general direction she went, but Lenny twisted his ankle, and I needed to make sure he was okay.
Oh, did you get hurt, Lenny?
I'll be all right. It's just a twisted ankle, that's all. In fact, it's feeling better already.
If you want to play at being a hero, at least try not to get hurt doing it. Imagine what would happen if you managed to derail our performance as a result.
You're right. Sorry, Lynette. I have to admit that the thief was even more skilled than I had anticipated. But at least we were able to get the stolen items back, so it wasn't a complete failure.
What a slippery little thief. Guess things turned out all right in the end, though. Lenny's initiative paid off.
All right, let's put this little detour behind us. We should go to the court of Fontaine now.
Nope.
So, we ride this thing to go into the city? What an ingenious way to get around! People in Fontaine really know how to use water!
This is an aquabus. It allows people to travel between several key locations. It's pretty convenient, but the ride can become a little dull after a while. The scenery is always the same. That's why it's better to travel with friends.
So you mean it's still boring even when I'm riding with you?
No, that's not what I meant. It's just that, well, you don't really talk that much. Besides, it doesn't really feel like a real trip when it's just the two of us. It's the same as
Just
being
the
at
two
home.
of us. Make it if we try, just the two of us.
Guess that's what it's like to be an older brother.
I can low-key relate
It's
to
about
Lenny,
time
bro.
for us to leave. Let's get on board.
Because I literally have a little brother like Lynn. I forgot her name. Is her name Martha? Actually, no. It's a name like Martha.
Oh, excuse me! Aren't you the great magician Lenny? And his assistant Lynette?
Hello.
I didn't
don't
do the
believe we've-
event, so... The event she was introducing on, I didn't do it.
I'm Charlotte, a reporter. for
Charlotte!
Nice to meet you. From the Steambird, huh? We've often relied on your paper to promote our performances.
Steambird. It's an honor to meet you.
Aw, Lynette likes her.
Could that be the legendary traveler who's been making headline after headline in their journey across Tibet?
I'm so pissed off that I didn't do the 3.7 event, dude. I really wanted to do it. I just did not have the energy.
Amazing! You recognize everybody almost immediately!
It's because there's three rather
I wouldn't be
famous
much of a reporter
figures.
If I didn't know who's who, would I? Wow, today must be my day. Who knew I would end up on the same boat as so many VIPs? Could my vision finally be showing me some favor?
So, Charlotte, what do you usually report on?
Well, when there isn't any breaking news, I mainly cover the trials at the Opera House. You can still manage to keep readers' attention as long as you tell things from a clever enough angle, even if it's the same old topics. For example, reporting on how a scammer once deceived vulnerable girls into relationships, or how a financial criminal was once so poor that they ate a single piece of bread for 5 days. That's fine and all, but what I'm really after is exclusive, sensational news pieces that could shake the country.
These smaller stories are a waste of my talents. Oh, I just remembered. I've been following a case lately. Well, a series of cases, actually.
You mean the serial disappearances of young women case?
That's right. These stories are the talk of the town right now, and it's probably the most mysterious case we've ever seen. If I'm the first with a draft ready to publish when the case is finally cracked, and it's the headline story in the Steambird, oh, when that happens, I bet all the other reporters will shed tears of envy. I've already gathered all kinds of materials. I just can't wait for the truth to be revealed. So, what is the serial disappearances of young women case? You mean the culprit hasn't been found? That's right. The first missing girl case happened almost 20 years ago. And ever since, after a period of time, another girl disappears. What the cases have in common is that the girls are all of a similar age, and that they've all vanished without a trace.
Charlotte, dear, can you give me a number?
But the scariest part is that to this day, none of the girls have ever been found.
Do they disappear in similar ways?
Many suspects have been arrested over
I
the
don't
years
even
in
need to have
connection
auto
with this
on,
case,
bro.
but shortly after each arrest, another disappearance would always happen.
Maybe they're copycats.
Yes, it's possible. But either way, I believe that every case has some precise truth behind it, waiting to be exposed.
Yes, I agree. And at the very least, the family of those missing girls deserves some sort of explanation. I just imagined for a second what I would do if Lynette were to suddenly disappear. I'd pay any price to get her back, and then find a way to track down the culprit.
Please don't imagine that, Lenny.
Oh man! I just learned if my little brother was a Genshin Impact character, he would literally be Lynette.
Hey, we're almost there! Look! Well, I really enjoyed chatting with you. Life should be full of pleasant little surprises like this. Yeah, us as well. The ride went by too quickly. I have an interview to get to. I should get going before I'm late. Okay, Paimon hopes we can chat again soon, Charlotte. See ya! Bye now. Oh, be sure to stop by and see me at the Steambird when you have time. What a tough job. Always running around and interviewing everyone. Well, where should we go now?
If you don't mind, how about we stop by my home first? Besides, I still have all the materials we collected.
Sure, we wouldn't mind at all. This city is so huge, Paimon wouldn't know where to start anyway.
I have no idea why it's struggling so badly. We're finally in the court of Fontaine. Whoa. Well, anyways, I think this might be the end. I enjoyed playing this. I thought I'd be able to get all of Act 1 done tonight and then do Act 2 tomorrow, but I probably won't do that. Boom. There we go. The Court of Fontaine is unlocked.